Wow. Wow. Connor Bedard just scored another amazing and dazzling goal, this time against the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, if you guys did not see the goal, let me just tell you what happened. Okay, so last night I was watching the Chicago Blackhawks against the Vegas Golden Knights in Vegas, right? Both teams with 2 goals going into the third period, and Connor Bedard, about 4 to 5 minutes into the third period, scores on an absolutely wicked wrist shot. It was a post and in shot, just incredible goal. Like it was incredible. I mean, for him to glide at that high of a speed, go from left to right, and then shoot it that quickly and that accurately back from right to left, just absolutely incredible. And it just blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. And the thing is about this goal is, here's the thing. I've known, obviously, Bedard's been in the league for a couple of years now. I know that he can shoot the puck. Everybody knows about his release, okay? But I've been seeing this on the highlight reel. This was the first time that I saw a highlight reel goal in an actual, like live. Like, I saw it live for the very first time. This is the first Connor Bedard goal where I've seen it live. Absolutely incredible. I can't lie, Shea Theodore did not defend it very well. However, all the credit goes to Connor Bedard because it was just an insane move, an insane wrist shot. Here's the thing. Connor Bedard is looking like a superstar. He really is. He's in his junior season, and everybody knows he had a rough start. A lot of people think that Celebrini, there was a lot of talk about him. The media was hyping him up, just like the media hyped up Bedard when he first came in the league, and that kind of flipped the switch in Bedard's mind. And now he's turned the tables, and now it's Celebrini and Bedard are really battling for a high place in the point rankings right now in the NHL. But Connor Bedard is looking like a superstar. And to all my NHL fans, all my hockey fans that are out there watching this video right now, let me just be one of the first people to tell you, do not seize the moment to watch Connor Bedard play hockey, okay? And I'm not even just talking about Bedard in this point. I'm talking about Celebrini and Smith and Carlson and Schaefer and Hudson and Demidov, Logan Cooley, right? All of these young guys that are like 18 to 21 years old, do not seize the moment in watching these guys play because they are the future of the NHL. It's a little bit of a bummer that Alex Ovechkin and Sidney Crosby are in their upper 30s and they're not going to be around for much longer. And I really wish that I was able to watch these guys at a younger age. However, what I am excited for is to witness all of those players that I just mentioned. I mean, in a couple years, and this is another video, we could be seeing the Anaheim Ducks, the champions of the NHL. In 5 to 7 years, I can totally see the Anaheim Ducks winning a Stanley Cup. That's another video. That's off topic. But the point is that Connor Bedard is looking like a superstar, and he stands out among that pool of young talent that is in the NHL. So absolutely incredible. Incredible. Now, one thing that I do want to touch on real quick is a lot of people think that Connor Bedard deserves a spot on the Olympic roster. And I will say he deserves a spot, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to get that spot. And that doesn't mean that he's going to get selected for it. That doesn't mean he should get selected for it. And here's my point. If you look at Connor Bedard and you look at his career, he's in his 3rd season, like I mentioned, okay? He doesn't have any international experience other than juniors. He doesn't have any international experience, and not only that, but he doesn't have any playoff experience, and then he doesn't have any NHL playoff experience, and he certainly doesn't have any Stanley Cup experience, right? Yet, okay? If you look at Team Canada, and you look at their entire roster, if you're John Cooper and you're going, who do I want to put on this team, right? And keep in mind, Canada won the 4 Nations back in February. Okay, so we know that they were successful with that previous squad. But you look at guys like Nathan McKinnon, right? Stanley Cup champion. Cale Makar, Stanley Cup champion. Braden Point, Stanley Cup champion. Sam Reinhart, Stanley Cup champion. Jordan Binnington, Stanley Cup champion. Right? And here's Sidney Crosby, Stanley Cup champion. Okay? And I understand that Connor McDavid doesn't have a Stanley Cup, but he's been there. He's been to the finals. Okay, so my point being is that a lot of these guys have experience. A lot of these guys have been in games that have the most pressure, games where you need to perform the most at a most vital point. Team Canada has a lot of these guys. Okay, I would say, I didn't do the numbers, but I would say more than Team USA. Okay, so given the fact, and I understand that Connor Bedard, he's third in the league in points. He's got 38 points, 17 goals. 13 of those goals are even strength. But logistically speaking, it doesn't really make much sense to throw Connor Bedard in there. Basic, and it's simple reasoning. He just doesn't have the experience. He doesn't have as much, under his belt as some of these other guys on Team Canada. And so, and you have a lot of those options to choose from, right? There are guys that you could select for Team Canada that's not even on the projected roster list, right? Besides Connor Bedard. And so, when you look at it from that perspective, it makes total sense for him to not be on the Olympic team this year. But in the years to come, he will absolutely be leading the charge for Team Canada, right? So it's pretty amazing what we get to witness right now with him. I mean, he really is something else. It did take him a while to get going, but I mean, the title of this video is Connor Bedard is nasty, and that's not an understatement. The dude is nasty. He's insane. It's crazy, right? That'll be all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about Connor Bedard. Let me know, what do you make? What's your favorite thing about his game? What do you think? There's something that he needs to improve in his game. Let me know in the comments section down below. But I'm G Ancona. Thank you so much for watching G Speaks Hockey, and I will see you next time.